Peace, cosmic kinfolk. My name is DJ Dab, aka The Last Dragon, coming at you with something amazing to share, something you've never heard before. And I'm going to tell you a deep story about life, death, and its secrets. Now, you're already doubting, but I want you to let go of doubt. I want you to let go of fear. I want you to let go of judgment in this moment. I want you to take in a deep breath and exhale with me. Because what I'm about to share with you, I've only shared with a few privileged people on this planet. Because I'm aware that sharing this information opens me up to people who are aware of things that mastery involves, of understanding powerful wizardry science, is what we'll call it at the moment. And I know those people will be listening to this video, so I've already erected a toroidal field around all of my environment that no one can penetrate. And I'm going to divulge some very top secret information that if you grasp, just might change your life forever. So, this is actually my third take doing this video because the universe told me I have to make it more clear and concise. I had a prior video that was about 20 minutes long, and then another video that was half an hour long, and neither of those videos will post up to YouTube without being copyright flagged for some reason. So I'm taking the advice from the universe and I'm shortening my teaching. And I'm not here to be your teacher. I'm here to tell you things that you can learn for yourself. Well, I am a high cosmic being called the Dab. And in this mastery, I have been doing it since I was about 7 or 8, but never had the mastery that I have now at this age. But between 7, when I was cosmically awoken by my grandmother, who showed me the concept of true mental telepathy that can be shared between two beings that share the same kind of frequency, especially in their DNA, then I was awakened to a very vast world that others weren't. Almost like The Shining, you know, in Stanley Kubrick's movie The Shining, when the little boy can talk to the older man. But I'm not here to tell you that specific story. I'm here to tell you one powerful story that will change your life forever. Are you sticking around? Are you listening? Do I have you captivated yet? Because this is going to be a revelation for the ages. I am 5 times reborn in the reincarnation cycles that I know. And about 5, because I'm going to tell you something weird that changes all of that. 3 of those incarnations were very ancient people. And those 3 ancient people were where I was at that time. I was a priest and or a very cosmic facilitator between the all and everybody. I had the ability to be in many places at once while being in the flesh. But this is so ancient. This is before the Egyptian pyramids were surrounded by sand. This is before the Horkamet, which is the Sphinx, but the Horkamet was degraded by weather and erosion. This is when the world was lush, but there was ice at the cap up top, but the bottom was uniced. The planet was a little bit smaller. I can describe that to you later. This is a land before time that is recorded and or preserved in any real fashion, except for some of the monuments that have stuck around through the ages. Now, with that being said, in those 3 carnations, I was the exact same person every time, because we understood how to bring a soul back purposefully into the vessel that we chose so that we could keep this ancient person around. Now that that wisdom is lost, and it's really just for play, and people just, oh, we'll see you next lifetime, or you know what, I send people to the sun so that they can actually experience the rebirth cycle, because right now a lot of people are being trapped here on the permanent plane of the earth as they've become attracted to the physical objects here, and their wealth and their fame here, they need to go to the sun. And you all go to the sun to be reborn here. And when called properly, you come from the sun. Now, if you die traumatically, if you die quickly, if you die in an accident, and you're not sent to the sun, you will probably end up wanting to walk around this planet to figure out what the fuck happened to you. And then there's other instances where people are actually kept here on the planet for purposeful use. It's what you might call demons or angels that are in the other realm looking through the veil at us. Because we aren't 5-dimensional, but they can see through the 4th down to the 3rd to us. Now, with that being said, let me jump right into the power of what happens when you are very cosmically consciously aware of the highest self you are, and something wants to take you out of here. So, at the age of 23, I started to achieve a very powerful mastery. My first wife had given me the Bhagavad Gita and asked me to decode it for her. So I decoded it for her, and in her shock and awe, she goes, "What are you, a yogi?" I tell her, "No, I'm just very gifted at understanding spiritual things. I have a very high spiritual IQ." And in her shock and awe, I tell her, "But you know what? This book arrived right on time. I needed this information because there's some things I feel I need to go through." So unfortunately, our relationship just doesn't work out because of family circumstances. Indian families don't really like dark people marrying into their family so much. So she lives in South Africa. She's an Indian from South Africa. But I'm here in the United States with a great job, making 6 figures a year, and I code for AOL, MTV, CBS, ESPN, MTV, Nickelodeon, because I loved using my imagination. So I created interfaces for websites for these companies that afforded me well living, you know, and I live right around the corner from Georgetown in what's called Arlington, Virginia. Now I've got a dope ass pad. Oh, my pad, let me just tell you real quick, because I know the universe is telling me to take this short. But I have a wall-to-wall mirror to my right, huge 63-inch TV rear projector, 2 couches in the back, and a big Papasan chair in the left-hand corner of my beautiful living room. And then I have a beautiful kitchen, table long enough to sit 8, or 8, maybe 5 or 8. I might be exaggerating. It might be 6 to 8. Definitely no more than 8 though. And I have a beautiful bedroom. And then I have this walk that goes out to my patio, where the patio reaches the driveway where I park my car. But at this point in my life, I have just moved back from New York for no more than 2 years, and I'm reconnecting with a bunch of my friends. So I can reconnect with my best friend and his sister, and they come through and they see my place, and I actually become really closer to my best friend's sister in this part of my life. So she becomes one of my new best friends, and she brings over her cousin to my place, and her cousin's name is Ashley, and they become my 2 little road dogs, you know. They come over every weekend. I would buy food. They cook for me, because I couldn't cook very well yet. And, you know, we just have our own little parties. Well, one day Ashley says to me, "You know what? You should throw house parties here." And I say, "Oh, it's not a bad idea." I'm like, you know, I'm a coder by day, but I'm a party animal by night. Living like the life of Neo in a way. And it's the beginning of the summer, so I have about 3 months of parties I can throw. I'm only going to throw one once a month. And I tell you right now, the first party goes off great. The second party goes off great. All my friends, all their friends come through, and we have some of the best rocking parties. I mean, we're partying so hard that people around the block come and want to join the party. Now, I have one rule, because I need to keep the environment safe. And my one rule is there's no hard drugs at my party. None whatsoever. We will smoke and we will drink, but we will allow no illegal not even illegal, let's just say no substances that could destroy someone's life at the party, because I don't want the cops showing up, and I don't want, you know, somebody getting hurt. Well, by the third party, my friends were kind of burnt out from the parties. They weren't coming for this one, but Ashley's friends and Robin's friends were down to come. So I know it's gonna be a little bit of a smaller party, and I don't mind that. It's the end of the summer. Let's go. So I get the preparation started. 4 p.m. I have all the food and amenities bought for the girls to help me out and cook. We cook up some chicken, we cook up some fish, beans and rice and all kinds of good food so that the patrons can really enjoy themselves. Now, I'm the type who I'm a consummate host. I will greet everybody. I will meet everybody at the front door before they even enter my house. And I don't tell them that one rule, that was for Ashley and for Robin to tell, because they're inviting these guests. And I'm just checking, not patting anybody down, but I'm looking people face to face so I can know who's entering. Now from 6 to 8 as everybody arrives and I can hear the party jumping inside, I'm outside on the porch on the patio, just still waiting to see if anybody else shows up. I'm gonna greet them, whatever. But it's become I'm aware now that most of the guests have arrived, and I make myself head into the house. And first things first, I'm like, I need a shot. So I go to my bedroom and I grab my big bottle of Henny and I take it out to the main room, and I'm ready to pour everybody a shot. So I start going around the room and I pour everybody a shot of Henny, all 25 of them, because we got those little plastic shot glasses. And when I get to the guy sitting in my papasan chair, which was my chair, I'm like, hey, my guy, here's a shot, but you got to get up. And he looks at me like, oh, my bad. I'm like, no, it's really not that big of a deal. You just got to get up, take the shot, let's go. So he takes the shot, smiles at me, but he just feels a little flustered. I could tell. I wasn't sunning him, but I think he felt that way. And he sits in the couch right adjacent to my papasan chair. And he sits down and he says to me, dude, I want to, show you I'm a good dude. I apologize for, sitting in your papasan chair. Someone should have told me. I'm like, yeah, no one's going to tell you that. I was outside, doing my thing. What you got? He goes, I want to smoke you out here. Let me pull something out for you. So he pulls a joint out from his pack and he lights it up. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Let's go. I was like, I ain't smoked. All I'd done was been, sipping a little brown right now. I want to go ahead and go up, like everybody else in the room had been up already. And he lights it up. He takes 2 puffs or so, and then he passes it to me. But as he's passing it to me, consciously I say to myself, damn it, I'm sitting in this papasan chair. Everybody else is on the other side of my apartment. I'd have to get up and go past this. And that's the first thought I got when he handed it to me, not anything else. And I take my first puff, and I'm still thinking that thought, but that instantly changes my thought when I take that first puff. I'm like, that's kind of sweet, bro. I'm like, what is this sweet? What kind of weed is this? He goes, well, it's boat. And I was like, boat? Now I've got to go through my conscious Rolodex of drugs, because I was not a drug user. I smoked weed in high school, and that's about it. I didn't even barely drink. So I'm like, boat. Oh, and it hits me. I'm like, oh shit. That's what my buddies who used to have smoked cigarettes would dip their cigarette in embalming fluid and smoke it so they could feel like dead or whatever. I don't know. But I'm like, oh no. We don't do that here, bro. No boat allowed. I was like, Ashley didn't tell you? And I kind of look over and side eye her. He's like, nah, man, she didn't tell me, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man. I'm like, hey, look, it's all good, but you gotta go home. Take the shit home, and you can come back, but you just can't have anything on you like that. Now, everybody in the party is kind of still partying. They ain't really paid attention to what I'm talking to homeboy about. But I'm like, you know what? I'll walk you out. I'll walk you to your car, bro. So I walk him out because it's easy to get lost in my neighborhood. Okay, I mean, I live in this hilly neighborhood in Arlington, and everybody's got to park on the main road some blocks away. So I figured I'd walk him to his car, so at least I know he makes it home himself. Get him to his car. Don't take us like 5-10 minutes to walk there. And he says to me, hey, bro, my G, can I drive you home? I said, no, bro, chill out. I was like, I'm a walker. I'll walk my ass home. You're good. He's like, all right, I'll be back. So he leaves. I start walking my ass home. And I get up my hill and I'm like ready to walk into the house. So I walk through my screen door. My screen door leads into my kitchen first. You actually walk through my kitchen to get to my living room. But my kitchen's huge, like I explained to you. So I'm walking into the kitchen and I'm thinking to myself, I should grab a piece of chicken on the way in, right? But no. Something's like, nah, pause. Just continue and go check on everybody. But at that moment, I got lightheaded and I didn't know where it came from. Because I'm like, I just finished walking and I've been good all this time. So I get and I start falling forward and BAM! My head hits the edge of the kitchen table and splits wide open and blood starts gushing out and I hit the ground. On my back I'm laying, unconsciously conscious. Heart has stopped. and blood is falling off my face onto the floor as I can feel it. But my heart isn't beating and I'm not breathing. Now at this point, instead of being in fear, I was in a place of internal talk in this darkness, because either you'll see the light if you're going to the sun to return, to the sun, or you'll be in a dark place before you actually make up your mind. And at this point I said to myself, holy crap, bro, this isn't how it's supposed to go down. This just is not how your life goes. And this never happened. This never happened. And I repeated it one more time. This never happened. Now mind you, I don't have any bodily, I can't feel my legs, my hands, my feet. I just know I'm on the floor. And the response of me saying this never happened, my other conscious self said, then get the fuck up. So I get up. Sit up. Breathe. Heart starts beating. I'm breathing. And my first instinct is to rub my forehead and get the blood off my face. But there's no blood on my hand when I wipe my face. Then I look at the floor like, where's the blood on the floor? There's no blood. I'm a little thrown. But, like I'm telling you, I'm very adept spiritually. So I'm not even really that shocked, but I am that I pulled this off. That I jumped through dimensions and I'm now in an alternate dimension where that shit never happened. So I get up, I walk into the living room now, but it's amazingly quiet. And I'm like, where is everybody? It's only Robin, Ashley, and two other gentlemen sitting on the couch. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they look up like, oh! Like they'd seen a ghost. And I'm like, yo, what's up? They're like, where the fuck have you been? And I'm like, yo, just right there on the floor. Where did everybody go? Because you would have had to step over me. They're like, nah, you haven't been on the floor. I'm like, yeah, I have been laying on the kitchen floor right here between the table and where it comes into the house. And Robin goes to me, no. We went to go look for you and you've been gone for the last hour. We looked for you for 20 minutes. After you hadn't come back in 20 minutes. We called your name through the neighborhood. I called your cell phone. I didn't hear your cell phone ring. And I'm like, oh crap. I've been gone an hour? Now, if Robin sees this video, Robin, I know you totally recall this, but I wasn't joking with you. Still to this day. She goes, you're joking with me. And I'm like, no, I'm not. She goes, yeah, you were at some other girl's house. I know you. And I'm like, no, you don't know me. You know me. I don't sneak. Anyway, I wasn't no slut. So I was like, well, get out of here with that nonsense. I was like, I'm just going to let it go. I was like, but there was blood on my hands and on my face, and I had really knocked myself unconscious on the floor. How did you guys not see me? You weren't there, D. So they're laughing about it now. They're starting to joke on me now. Robin and Ashley. I'm like, let me drive these girls home. So I drive them home. Guys leave. I get them home. I get back to my place, and I'm like, I'm still a little awed right now. My pineal gland is buzzing like butter. Like, I don't know what to do with myself. So I look around the house to make sure nothing's changed. I'm looking through photos, looking through, my notebooks. I'm looking through my computer. Has anything changed? Because I literally just came into this dimension from another dimension where I should be dead. Now, I also have to, the next morning, call everybody that is my family to make sure I'm still in the same thing. Because I know you kids are spooked out by this thing you're calling a Mandela effect, but it's not the same. It's not even close. Nowhere near it. But I wanted to make sure that nothing had changed as I crossed through to this dimension from another dimension of self. And on that note, this is something that's so powerful that by the time I'm 25, I'm going to start disconnecting from all my friends, all my past friends, and I'm going to start making a whole bunch of new friends. Because I want to start sharing this with people that I know need to hear it, but I have to go meet them. I have to get out there and change the people around me, change the friends around me, because most of them just would not see what really I could start telling them. And on that note, reincarnation is the way, but so is time jumping and dimension jumping. So from one alien to all you other cosmic kinfolk out there, I hope this message hits you in a place that sparks your imagination to let go and become what God's intended for us to be. Peace.